Hi, my beautiful Aries. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I'm just getting ready right now to do your February general readings. For those that are new, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. For those that are returning, thank you so much. Your support of this channel has been absolutely amazing. I'm just moving my cards so that you can see them. They're over here, but yeah. For those that are returning, thank you so much for your love and support of the channel. It's been absolutely fantastic. Connecting with you people is really a trip. Please timestamp when I'm going to start this reading. I do have to make a little announcement. I'm going to start doing personal readings. For those that have been with me since the beginning, I really tried to start doing personal readings when I started the channel in June. Offering them for free, got bombarded with requests that I could not maintain. So I stopped doing it, just did the monthlies or whatever monthlies I could get out. And now, really trying to take this more seriously and be more consistent with it. And there's been a lot of people that have requested personal readings from me that I've just ignored. So wanted to, address you guys, let you know that I am going to start doing personal readings. I am going to charge. I am offering a free reading for every 5 personal readings that I do. I did my first free reading today, which was really funny, how we just stumbled upon each other, but it was great. Either way, so hashtag need a free reading, and I'm literally going to pick randomly through the comments. I'll reply back to your comment telling you you've won a free reading and to email me right away, and then I'll give you your free reading. So if you do want a reading, email me at queencuptarot@gmail.com if you want a paid personal reading booked with me. Otherwise, and even if you do, want a paid reading, still hashtag need a free reading. You have just as much of a chance to get a free reading as anybody else. So I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't only accessible to the people that could afford the readings. So in doing that, I am going to start charging, but I am going to offer a free reading for every 5th reading that I do. Also, for those that are new to the channel, I do smoke pot. It's not the nature of this, okay? So feel free to either smoke with me or just, get yourself ready, bunkered down, to enjoy your monthly spread, all right? All right, guys, I'm ready to get into it and start shuffling up here. And when you guys do timestamp when the reading starts, timestamp it when the prayer starts. Don't timestamp when I'm done the prayer and start reading. No. The reading starts when the prayer starts. Okay, guys? So please timestamp 2:45. Spirit, yes, thank you. Thank you for connecting with me as always with these beautiful people here. Right now I want to tap into the energy surrounding Aries for the collective to do their February general reading. Any important messages surrounding their nearest and dearest relationships, their career, their personal development and ascension. Any support and guidance that we can provide to Aries during this time, the time of February going into March, please allow me, Spirit, to provide them the messages that are for and in their greatest good. Thank you. We're absolutely nothing without you. All right. I smile just because Spirit thinks I'm so dramatic with my prayers. Anyways, beautiful energy, Aries. Finally, the wheels are turning in your favor. Now, this could, when I say finally, I'm speaking to all my righteous, God-fearing Aries that spend every day just trying to make it, okay? For those low-frequency, bad-minded Aries, this wheel applies to you. It's turning in the other direction. So you decide which side of this wheel you're on. Is it the good karma or the bad karma you are ready to reap? And that's what the overall energy for Aries is. It's, karma is showing up. I'm going to do a 9-card spread for you guys. I will show you your spread as usual. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What I want to see. And I only do the angel deck upright. Wow. That is powerful energy. A lot of my Aries. So I watch a lot of animal documentaries, and I really like to incorporate the energy surrounding, the animal that dominates the sign, or the symbol that dominates the sign. And for you guys, it's the ram. And the ram is one of the most powerful animals in the animal kingdom, and it does not eat meat. So this is a very wholesome animal that is in tune with nature and is able to balance themselves in order to be extremely powerful and sustain. And I see, if you guys watch the animal documentaries, when the rams and the lions fight, the rams are really passive. They watch the lions, and this is the metaphor I'm using for my Aries, for the people around you in your environment. So keep with me. In the documentaries, the rams, they've had this, long-standing battle with the lions, just like the elephants, for a really long time. Okay, they've had drama from the get-go. But the rams they're not afraid of the lions. And the lions do not underestimate the ram. But there is a sense of moving in an area, okay? So think the rams and the lions, they're sharing the savannah, having to figure out amongst this giant beef how to work with each other and live. There is immense respect, but there is a dislike associated with some of the people that Aries has to surround themselves with at this time. And Aries are trying to figure out how to balance this relationship. And it's a relationship that you can't just pack up and go. I mean, you can pack up and go, but it's the savannah. You can pack up and go to a different territory, but you're still going to have the same wildlife for the most part. There's still going to be rams. There's still going to be lions. But what I love about the documentary, though, and what I'm really seeing with Aries is that they're savvy. They're very confident around their enemies. They're very confident around the daily duppies and the low frequency people for the most part. And that's because they are born with an understanding of how strong and resilient they are. If Aries knows anything, okay, not to say you guys don't have your own insecurities, is that you're built to last. You know that genetically you are built stronger than the lions. Spiritually you are built stronger than a lot of your predators, the other apex predators that you have to live with and amongst. If you're going through a personal ascension and you're around a lot of low frequency, bad-minded people, you know that you can live amongst them strong in your truth. But if they encroach too close, if that lion gets too close to that ram, even if that ram is alone, the reason why that ram will buck up against that lion fearlessly is because there is like 1,200 other rams not very far. And if you ever want to see gang, watch rams fight lions and watch elephants fight lions. You're going to see gang, okay? And that's what I see. I see a lot of Aries being confident amongst the darkness. A lot of my Aries know that they've come a long way. A lot of my Aries know they're light workers. A lot of my Aries know that they have been amongst the shadows for a long time. But they also know they're not the only light in the darkness, that there are other light workers around them that will rise up against evil with them. So if people are coming for you when you didn't send for them, there are going to be other people around you that are telling these people to back the fuck off. And Aries knows it. I see Aries walking through the savannah saying, I fucking dare you. And that energy is beautiful. And however that plays out, what I'm saying is, what I feel is this sense of strength coming from Aries, this sense of leadership. A lot of my Aries are finally stepping into their true energy, the energy of leadership. You are the first sign of the zodiac. You are the diamond. Also, your stone is diamond. That is the hardest stone. You guys are built to last. And a lot of my Aries are finally stepping in to that understanding and that knowing. And my God, does it not bring some brightness and happiness? It's almost like you rejoice off of the simple knowing that you are a lot stronger than you thought you were, that the enemies you once feared are actually nothing but you're on the same. I don't want to downsize them. I don't want to demean them, because everybody knows the lion. You know, a lot of people look at the lion as the king of the jungle, right? A lot of people do. I mean, I've watched tons of documentaries that will say this is a documentary about the king of the jungle, and they show me a lion. When really, I believe the king of the jungle is the silverback gorilla. Okay? Humans share the most DNA with that animal besides trees. Okay? Our DNA is closest to trees, and I believe it's the silverback, or I forget. It's the most brilliant animal in the kingdom, and the elephant. Both animals don't eat meat. Both of them are extremely intelligent and emotionally capable, right? So there's this sense of, I don't feed off of what you feed off of. What makes you strong don't make me strong, okay? Because I think a lot of my Aries are seeing the strength in some of their enemies and might have been intimidated by that. Maybe you were, and it doesn't even have to be so dark. It could just be bullies. It could just be bullies around you. It could just be people that saw that you questioned your strength and reassured you that you weren't strong. Those are enemies. Those are not people that are on your side. People that make you question your strength, people that bring you down, they're not your friends. Those are what I like to call daily duppies, okay? They're everywhere, like cockroaches. You turn the light on, what do cockroaches do? They fuck off. And I see Aries turning those lights on and saying, bye, cockroaches. I see a lot of my Aries stepping into their leadership, and that could also pertain to family networks. It's like you might see that there is a certain way that your friends or your family circle is living, and you're just not for it. And you are stepping into your truth and becoming a leader. Aries are the leader of the zodiac. And when you watch the animal documentary of the ram, that's why the ram don't fear nothing. People sleep on the ram. But you have to ask, why is the ram associated with the strongest stone and the first sign of the zodiac? It is the true depiction of egoless strength. That is Aries' true disposition. That is the disposition of temperance. This is also the card of Sagittarius, but regardless of that, this is the energy I believe Aries is showing up in their reading. Now you have the angel of happiness, the angel of magic, and the angel of destiny, and the angel of innocence, and the angel of peace. But I believe out of all these angels, you're showing up as the angel of temperance. This angel is tempering serious. She's an alchemist. She's my alchemist in the deck. She is tempering seriously harsh chemicals. If that poured out and dropped on the floor, it would burn a hole. That's why she's standing in the water, to make sure if anything of what she's tempering drops out, it doesn't burn anyone or anything. She knows what she's tempering out is not easy material. It can combust if it's not tempered properly. It can burn, it can stain, there's a lot of things that this material, that fluid, could do if it's not tempered properly. So it's like needing to know, I'm busy. It's strength. And I see that you're showing up as that in your reading, and all these other angels are what surrounds you, right? The angel of magic. I feel like when I do these readings, people rarely like actually show up as the angel of magic. I feel like the angel of magic possesses people. Like the angel of magic, if you're lucky, is going to possess you. And the only way you can get this angel of magic to encompass your body and push you forward, like possess you like a demon, but like an angel, because just as demons can possess you, so can angels. But that's a whole other topic, which I'll do a whole other video about. But you have to have all those things. There has to be a certain level of balance that this angel will either try to create in your life while it works around you, or will possess you once you've created a certain level of balance, and then all of a sudden magic happens. And then you have the angel of happiness surrounding you and surrounding these ideas. So below you, Aries, are these ideas about your future. So regardless of the bullshit that you're dealing with around you, because I do see you coming to a realization that the people you might have once feared or once intimidate you or once, they don't anymore. You looked at yourself and you realized, I'm the ram. I'm actually one of the strongest, most resilient animals in the animal kingdom. I'm actually one of the few animals that can kill a lion. A ram will stomp the fuck out of a lion, and like the other lions will just watch because they know that they can't approach. So your enemies will eventually know they can't approach you. But don't think you need to show them. They know through history how strong you are. So don't be so quick to prove, Aries, as you become aware of your own strength, prove to people how strong you are, because I think the people around you knew how strong you were before you did. And that's why they tried to bring you down. And that's why they stifled your fire. They tried to keep you down. And then Temperance came and just splashed that cup on that little burr. And that thing just went full, lit up, and caused light. So please know, Aries, that the tempering you're doing, the balance that you're creating, and I see this temperance along with death, even though you don't have death in your reading, I'm getting temperance, I'm getting death, I'm getting a lot of transformative energies, faded energies. You know, I am seeing a theme, and I believe that has to do, because I tap into collective energy, period. Even for myself as an individual, I don't spiritually not want to be consciously connected to the collective. So I find that spirit gives me a lot of messages surrounding planetary energy. So I do have to develop my horoscope skills, I know, because I'm very connected to that energy. And I see that collectively and it makes sense. You know, you see other readers talking about eclipse season and the blood moon. Now, the blood moon that happened, which was one of the most strongest blood moon in centuries, happened back in July. That blood moon took a lot from people. And for a lot of people that received during that blood moon, they only received things that they had to let go through the entire retrograde season. Venus being in retrograde for 40 days was hard romantically on people, especially as the North Node was going into Cancer. And then for Mercury to go in retrograde almost to the day, it was like you had to reflect on all of these people, but then on yourself, it was a lot. And now the blood moon's coming back. And the blood moon's coming back to either take away what you should have dropped and put in what was always supposed to be there. And in this loss and gain, you balance out and have a more aerial view of how life works collectively. You realize that this isn't just how it works for you. This is just how it's law. There's other laws. There's the laws you adhere to in your home. Then there's the laws, the municipal laws. Then there's the provincial or, state law. And then you have like the federal law. And then there's international law, right? This is the law that governs all of that and trumps all of that. Okay, there are greater laws that you need to educate yourself on, and a lot of Aries have been educating themselves on it, and that's why they're not fazed by the haters, the daily duppies, and the enemies. They're no longer stuck by them. They're dedicated to their journey. A lot of my Aries know where they're supposed to be. A lot of my Aries have actually had this picture of themselves and their future for a long time now, and only started recently dedicating themselves to that vision. So if you're frustrated now, you need to suck that up, because yeah, you've had these visions for a long time, but you haven't been working to them this whole time. You've only recently decided to start tempering yourself and moving forward towards your dreams, because instinctually, I believe you've been receiving downloads surrounding what things are supposed to be looking like. You're all of a sudden feeling feelings you haven't felt, but nothing around you is initiating it. It's because Spirit and God is trying to prepare you for what's to come. All the good happiness that's to come that you haven't experienced, Spirit's trying to prepare you. And as you temper yourself, you become more open. You become more open. You become more approachable. You become somebody that's able to manifest, able to make shit happen. All your ideas, all of your dreams, all of the downloads you received, you're now, through your balancing, gaining the strength to actually manifest them. And then boom, you get happiness. But then there's choices, because I think a lot of my Aries manifested a bunch of shit. I think they went to God and they said, I want this, I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. And being the typical stubborn, hard-headed, you were like, no, I really want this. And I think Spirit might have asked you a few times, are you sure? And being typical Rams and being typical Aries, you were like, yes, I'm sure. Of course I'm sure. Douche. And now God puts those things in front of you and you have to actually decide. Right? So you end up at the same place, but that's why it's really important for you to be clear about what it is you want, so that God doesn't put these things in front of you and puts you in a hard predicament to choose. Okay, now tell me what you want now. Now that I put these things in front of you, tell me what you want. And then what's beautiful, though, is that I see Aries deciding. And not only do you decide on what it is you want, you fiercely go forward, defend it, and stand your ground against anyone who believes otherwise, or anyone trying to interfere in this new beginning you manifested. Because like I said, there's some enemies around you. But I mean, who cares? Who fucking cares? You know, you don't have to eat meat to be an apex predator. A gorilla ain't sitting there chomping on lions, but a gorilla will snap a lion's neck. Okay? Like, with its hands. And then all the other gorillas are... But you get me? Like... You know your strength. Your strength doesn't have to look like the people around you. You don't have to feed off of the same things people do to be strong. You need to define your own sense of strength. And then stand behind that like the stubborn bull that you are. Know when to be stubborn. Know when to be hard-headed. Because it's not just a way you should be until life keeps having to push you out of that stubbornness. No. Know that your stubbornness is a tool. Like, it's a fantastic tool, because your stubbornness is really your fierce ability to stand up against challenges, to stand your ground, to stand up for what it is you believe in, to protect people. That what's cool is this Seven of Wands really describes, like what I was saying about the documentary. Like, this is... Let me find it in the other deck, because I think the picture will better help explain what I'm trying to explain here. There it is, right away. God wants me to explain. I found the card right away, and it was in the middle. So this goes to the documentary. So these sticks are all the lions, right? And you're this ram, right? That's you, Aries. But you know why? The problem is the picture was taken too close, because if you zoomed back, the reason why this ram is vicious like this, one, it's because it already is very aware of its own resilience. As you can see, it's wearing armor. So that resilience, that strength, that skill, that ability to survive, right? This person is suited up. This person has been surviving in these elements for a while. But there's like 50 other people on this frequency right behind them, ready to fight all these lions with you. But you have to be a leader. This person isn't looking back. And if you watch the documentary, the ram, they don't look back. Like they're not looking to see, hey, homies, come through. No. There's the energy that they have going into the fight. That energy calls their members, their family, their friends, because they can instinctually feel that you're ready to fight and they want to fight with you. Be a leader, Aries. Stand up for what you want. Don't expect people to stand up for your beliefs with you. Stop trying to sell them on the dream. Stand up, start your new beginning, and then look back. And you'll be surprised how many people are right there ready to follow you. You have to go towards this new beginning alone. I don't care if that means you're in a relationship. I don't care. This is in the mind, body, and spirit. The angel of innocence is trying to guide you somewhere new with the zero, somewhere brand spanking new. Okay? And that newness, that new beginning, you need to stand up for it and like be stubborn about it. This is the time to actually be stubborn. And it's about your new healthy beginning. That the angel of magic is trying to possess you to live. That the angel of temperance has been trying to balance out for you. And then more importantly, the angel of destiny, that's divine. Like this is written for you. This new beginning, the reason why you're standing up for it so hard, maybe this new beginning has already shown for you and you don't know why you're backing it so hard. Because you don't have all the facts about this new beginning. It's super new. There's a sense of you needing to take a leap of faith, but not only are you willing to take that leap of faith, you are going to like aggressively stand behind this. Why? Because you know that this was written. You know that this is the way. And whether people want to come this way with you or not, it doesn't matter at this point. You need to be a leader. Please know that when you lead and you move forward, as you lead, you turn around and more people are following you. People don't follow you when you're looking at them. People want leaders because not everybody's a leader. That's a personality trait that is God-given. A lot of people need leaders and they're not going to follow the fool that's standing there looking at them. They're going to follow the person that looks like they know where, like they're going somewhere. Like they have somewhere to go and they're off going there. Let's follow that person because their energy reflects somebody who is going to lead us somewhere. You can't lead nobody nowhere. You can't lead me if you're looking at me. Where the fuck are you going to lead me to go when you're facing me, fool, and I'm trying to follow you somewhere? Be a leader, okay? Be a leader. And I think the reason why it's coming off aggressive for me is because there is a sense of people doubting this for you. There are people that don't want you to have it or doubt that, or if maybe they don't, maybe they want you to have it, but there's something, maybe it's the lack of balance that you've displayed for a while that makes them think that this new beginning, maybe it is meant for you, but nowhere close. This new beginning is a lot closer than you think if it's showing up on your read like this, because I do monthlies, right? So it's like, there's going to be another energy in the next month or two. So it's like, this is month or two energy. And people don't believe that your vision of happiness in this new beginning, it could be even a new business venture. It doesn't have to be a new relationship. It could be a new relationship. It could be a new business venture. You could decide to fucking move. I don't know. But you have all these ideas in the middle of your spread. You have ideas, the Page of Wands, that's inspiration, new ideas, right? Wanting to proceed forward in those new ideas. It's not just having an idea, it's wanting to take action on ideas that have been brewing inside you. Like you want to go now. And what I think you don't realize is that where you're going is going to lead you to true happiness. And I can't say you don't realize that. I think you do. And that's why you're feeling super confident, or you will be feeling super confident soon. But what I don't think you see is that you're gonna have to choose. I think you manifested a bunch of shit, and God's like, here, because thou ask, thou shalt receive. And then you're gonna be in a pickle, having to make a decision, right? Whether you are going to go the road less taken and take a leap of faith, or go the road you've always taken before and stop this wheel from turning, because this wheel wants to turn, but there's a sense of newness that this will turn the minute that guy leaps off of the cliff, or this wheel will start turning once actions. So you received these downloads as you were balancing yourself, and then you got these ideas. Once the actions, because this is right in line with this, once these actions are taken, this wheel will start turning, and then the light will start shining through. You might be put in a position to have to make some decisions, but that's soft. But really, then this new beginning comes in, and it's like, really, when it comes in, you're like, you might look to people and be like, this is what I always was trying to tell you. And people might be like, oh, I always knew that was for you. And you're going to be in your head like, no, you didn't. Like, I saw the doubt all over your face when I told you I saw this for myself. You know, some of you might have been expressing to people what you saw for yourself, and they were going, oh, that's great. Meanwhile, in their head, they're like, this bitch thinks she's going to get this, 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 this. No, 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 no. You know, Spirit will show you that when you follow what is divinely guiding for you, you get it. Because the only reason why you were put on that path was to receive said thing. God's not out here playing games. Your angels aren't here playing games. Like, no, there's purpose. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of human beings to work with and guide through Ascension. It ain't all about you. So trust and believe your angels aren't wasting time fucking with you. That's what the demons do. So if you're feeling confused and you're feeling conflicted, it's because some little demon's trying to fuck with what you already know. So please know that you need to gain, part of what the alchemist does is gain control and balance out darkness and light. Know that the demons inside you are supposed to work for you and not dominate you. You are supposed to have control. They're supposed to move at your command. And in gaining the strength of how to manage and control your demons, you become the alchemist yourself. You become a powerful light worker and an angel in the making. You earn your wings. Right? So, yeah. I got to do some other videos. Wow, this really just popped out here. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Two of Pentacles in reverse again. So what I'm seeing here is what maybe, so I think some of my Aries manifested something, wanted something new, and manifested something old. I think some of you might have tried to resurrect or asked Spirit to bring back something from the past. That could have been certain experiences, ways of living, relationships, whatever. And then you also were asking God for something new. And then God sends you, remember I said, I think you asked for beer shit and then God just gave it to you. Like, yeah, God gave you both. And I think it was, you're going to have to decide whether you want to resurrect something for the dead or if you really want something new. These are resurrected people from the dead. I think you might have resurrected something old, and it doesn't have to be people, even though with this picture I see people. Sorry, guys. I had a situation with Freedom Mobile, and they were coming at me. It was a hard morning. Yeah, I think this makes sense now because I really wasn't sure what this juggling was about. And I think it's actually going to be a hard choice beside the Seven of Wands being, shit, I never showed you guys your cards. Take a look-see before I go into this here. Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, Eight of Wands, the Magician, Page of Wands, the Sun, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Fool. So you've got Dedication, Angel of Peace and Journeys, Angel of Magic, Ideas, Angel of Happiness, and then Juggling, Challenges, and Angel of Innocence. So what I think, like I said, this Two of Pentacles, this is actually going to be, with it showing up twice, yes, I think it was showed up twice because I needed to better understand the message, but I also believe it's going to also be a bigger decision than you thought. I don't think when you were manifesting these things, you anticipated having to juggle the thought of both, or, you know, some of you might entertain both for a while or try to, or you're juggling the idea. I'm getting the idea between something old and something new. Something from the past that gets resurrected because you manifested it, and then something new, brand new, that you also asked for. And I think the reason why you're getting them at the same time, because you're always supposed to be a little bit more sure about what you wanted. I think you're becoming sure about what happiness and about what you want is and what is written for you, but I think you're not sure. And that's why Spirit is giving you multiple things you manifested, maybe contradicting things you manifested at the same time, to really put it in front of you, to drive the lesson home and really get you to decide. Do you want to move forward or not? Do you want a new life or no? Do you want the new life that you've envisioned for yourself? Do you want that? Some of you have been emotionally stifled, and your new beginning consists of you being able to be free emotionally to love the way you want to. Some of you might be with a partner right now that really just doesn't accept you emotionally, or is not emotionally available to you, and it has stunted your ability. And now your new beginning is something a lot more emotionally fulfilling. And there's a really big sense of emotion, and it will be like that for the next 14 months. Okay? Or I think 15 now. So yeah, maybe something from the past possibly is going to come up, and you're going to have to choose between something old and something new. And guys, that might sound fun now, especially if you're aware that you manifested something old and something new, and you're hearing that and you're like, yeah, that's not an easy decision to make. Good luck with that. Okay. All right, Spirit. And then can we further clarify this Angel of Destiny and this Angel of Destiny? Didn't I tell you the Death card? I've been seeing it so much because I read for a collective that's going through Ascension. And because I am, and regardless of where you're at in that process, the reason why Ascension is so painful, because you die, parts of you die every day, every week, and every month. The old false ways of what you knew die. It hurts. It fucking hurts. Some of my Aries are going to be going through a very difficult time if you're not already, but you are pushing through like the apex predators that you really are. Like, you are pushing through because you are the leaders. You are going to help. A lot of people are going to follow you into Ascension. A lot of people that you love and that are around you are going to follow you into your path towards the light. And the only reason why they haven't followed you up to this point was because you weren't going in that direction. You were looking at them, telling them, well, you need to do this, and you should be doing this, and you should be. But it's like, no, but what about you? Because you're right here with me, fool. Show me the way. And then some of my Aries say, oh yeah, you want me to show you the way? Okay, fine. And turn right around and go. That is going to turn this wheel fiercely and change you. And a lot of you, and I believe this death has to refer to the followers, the Aries that are followers. Because it's so not in your nature, man. Okay? I know that resonates with you. I know when I say it's not in your nature. And when I say follower, that could be social pressures. That could be, like, I don't care. A lot of you, the follower in you is dying and will die and never return. A lot of you that are stepping into a leadership position in your life are never going to look back. And the only time you look back is after you've been on your journey and you've been being a leader, and you look back and you see the people that you love most following you in your ascension. And that's why you don't look back after that. You don't need to. The road in front of you becomes clear. Triumphant, happiness, clarity, warmth, that all becomes clear because, I see a need to be stubborn in that way. Some of you might be stubborn in the wrong way. Some of you might be putting that stubborn energy in the wrong way. Being stubborn isn't a bad thing. It's only bad when you're being stubborn over shit you shouldn't be stubborn over. And you're just ramming your head into concrete, and everybody's just looking at you like you're an idiot. No. That stubbornness that you have is really the Seven of Wands. It's your fierce ability to stand up for what you know is right, to stand your ground. The ram cannot be pushed. And that's why I believe the elephant is the true king of the jungle, because anything in the jungle will move when the elephant comes around. I mean, certain animals will bow. Certain animals will bow to the elephant. But the ram will not move for any animal or anyone other than the elephant, the true king of their lives. And that's your prime. That's your energy in the metaphor. But these lions, they can't, I'm not saying that it's not a fierce battle, but you have other light workers around you to help you navigate through your enemies, through the people who do not have your best interest at heart. What you have to stand your ground against isn't so much them, it's the faith. It's the faith. Not just in yourself and your resilience, it's in the faith that you have other people around you that are not with the shits. That could be indicative of you needing to change your company. Because if you don't feel that way, go watch the ram documentary, Rams Fighting Lions. If you do not feel like the ram that's closest to the lions being attacked, that has the broken leg that the lions are trying to eat, like, if you aren't that ram knowing that there is a herd of rams that are like going boom, boom, like, it's really a sick documentary. Like, it's gang. Like, there's something very like aggressive and gangster about it. Like, I really enjoyed. I watch a lot of Nat Geo Wild animal documentaries because I believe that we can take so much. A lot of my ability to connect with my instinct came from those documentaries. But anyway, I see a total transformation happening. I see a lot of my Aries no longer being followers, no longer letting their wheel of fortune stop turning because they're letting other people lead, other people who are not equipped to lead. Letting that go, looking back, no longer looking back. That guy is looking back, right? At all these people that are not leading him anywhere. You're no longer looking back. You're no longer looking at your enemies. You're no longer reflecting on the people who've done you wrong. Why? Because you are headstrong and stubborn that there are better friends, better people, better everything ahead of you. And I think that you're realizing that I am not scared of nobody. Like, nobody's going to push me around. I'm actually quite physically strong too. So no one's going to come and bully me around. Like, if somebody has been being aggressive with you, please know that you have the physical capabilities to really defend yourself appropriately. Please know if somebody is bullying you that there is a weak little child in them that's begging for a sound lashing. Okay, I'm just joking, but not joking, but don't let these dark energies make you question, because these dark energies come up real big, real scary. Right? Real scary, but it's a lot of my Aries are realizing you ain't scary. Okay, I'm actually in the top 10 strongest animals in the animal kingdom, so you best back the fuck up. Okay, it could be as much as people's ideas. Somebody trying to be more stubborn than you, somebody trying to take advantage of the fact that you're being stubborn in the wrong direction, and they have you questioning this your new ideas. Don't share your new ideas with people. If I can tell you anything before I pull up from these romance angel decks, do not share these new ideas that are closest to you right now with anyone. They're private. They're private. They're not to be shared. You don't need to bounce everything off everyone. That's the problem. Leaders don't do that. Leaders have trusted advisors, no doubt. But even that, the leader formulates the thought first and sits with the thought and analyzes the thought independently. Why? Because the leader knows that what makes me a leader is my clear way of thinking, my strategic approach, and my life experience. So with that all being said, is it necessary to go to everyone and ask them their opinion only to cause you to doubt your own true instincts and confuse you? It don't make no sense, man. Especially when you really already know. Stop going to people to validate you for what you already know. Because half of the time you're gonna walk away with doubt and step back. Stay optimistic about your love life. Listen, for those around you that make you doubt this happiness, know that it's because they are miserable. And you just need to continue to stay optimistic, because the only reason why you want things, these deep, deep things, are because they were always meant for you to have. I did a personal reading with a client of mine, and I told her she keeps having these dreams, and she's asking her spirit guides to stop having these dreams. And the dreams were literally spirit, and she described it to me. The dreams were spirit trying to reassure her of the bright future she has ahead of her. But because the devil kept telling her, that's not true, that's not true, she believed the devil and said, I don't want the dreams anymore. Your angels are giving you the dreams not to torment you, fam. Their angels are giving you dreams to say, this is the plan. Don't you remember? We talked about this before you reincarnated here. This was always the plan. You're fucking up the plan. Okay? Your love life is ascending to a higher level again, right? With the sun. You need to stay optimistic. Why? Through that optimism, there's ascension. Through optimism, there's ascension. And then lastly, and that one fell out. Now, like I said, and this came in reverse, and there is no reversals in this, but like I said, some of you are going to have to juggle something from the past that you manifested and the new beginning that you manifested too. That's not going to be an easy juggle, guys. Please know that. I think it's going to be difficult. And I think you're going to be shocked at how difficult it actually really is to decide between. And then religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this new beginning could be with somebody, you manifested a new beginning, and it might not look like what you thought it was supposed to. This person might be a different religion or race than you, and you're thinking, well, is this the new beginning that I actually asked for? Right? Or it could just be that your spiritual path is what is leading you through the darkness that you're going through right now. Like you have, like I said, your angels are trying to download information to you to reassure you on how to move forward. And what you're moving forward on is your spiritual path, the path that has all of this shit that you've been asking for on it. And please know, the only reason why you've been asking for it and want it is because that is what's written on the fucking thing. So it's like there's this cycle of understanding universally what's going on, And then lastly, with the wisdom, guys, this is a beautiful reading. I know it's long. I don't know why they've been so long for February. The messages are they're just a lot. It could be because I've been getting more subscribers, so the readings keep getting longer because I'm reading from a bigger collective. I don't know. But I used to be able to keep them at 45. But anyways, we're almost done here. I really like your reading. It's very empowering, and I hope you guys feel empowered too, okay? And then lastly, from the Wisdom of Hidden Realms, Sisters of the Season, Cycles of Growth, Natural Law, Divine Order, Natural Law. And I told you, there's the municipal law, the regional, I'm talking the universal law, not the international law, not your provincial laws. No, I'm talking about the laws that we as souls have been living by for thousands of years. Please know that, there's divine order. So these people, these enemies that are, they'll be dealt with. You don't need to think badly about them. You don't need to ask God, please give them their bad karma. No. You need to have faith in your good. When something bad happens, don't have faith in that person's bad karma. Don't think about it at all. It's not your business. Think about your positive karma from the experience you just had. And you'll be surprised how lit it gets. Okay? That's your reading, guys. I hope you loved it. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you want a personal reading. I am doing them now. The details will be below. You can email me at queencuptarot@gmail.com. Woo! Love you guys. Bye, my Aries. See you soon.